Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Taylor and today we're going to be doing another vintage haul. I didn't take you guys with me this week. I went on the weekend. I am not comfortable with filming around that many people yet. It was so busy in the thrift stores. I did hit up an antique mall too. I get a lot of my pieces from antique malls if I can find, people with decent prices. I am very tired today. I should have made some coffee before this. Now's that time of summer when I cannot wait for school to start. We have like couple weeks left. I'm ready. Granted, I only have one kid going to school right now. I still have one at home, but I'm exhausted. So let's just get right into this today, okay? Enough droning on about that. So I picked up this little set of wood bead coasters. How cool is that? The color and the texture on these is so fun. You can also use these for little like trivets or, hot pot mat things. But I have a set of 4. How cute are those? They're very retro 70s vibes. Very cute though. Look at these. Oh my god, my cat is playing with my camera. That actually might be an ongoing issue. He is just hanging out down there and he is trying to chew on all my cords. Okay. I should have taken all these labels off before I filmed, but here we are. Okay, so I have this little horse face. So this is Navajo pottery. So on the bottom it says T black, which I assume is who made it, and then dine. Dine is what, oh, sorry. Dine is the term that Navajo people use to describe themselves. It means the people, I believe. How cool is that? Look at these little horses. Very cool for a Western theme, or if you collect Navajo pottery. A lot of people do collect Native American pottery. So this is a really cool piece. I thought it was cute, so I picked that up. I think I got this for like $3. So that was a fun little find. I'm actually getting really excited every time I'm finding a pillow now. Apparently I am a textile person. I'm finding the cutest pillows, all these like tapestry style pillows, which is kind of like when it looks like a blanket kind of. Look at these little woodland creatures. And then this, well, I say woodland, but is that an otter? I don't think otters live in the woods. Then we have a little dog, a little rabbit. How cute is that? All right, next up we have this little interesting fella. Actually, this is some sort of Mexican pottery, but how cute is he? He's like a little ceramic hand-painted frog. I think he is so cute. And his eyes he does have some scuffs and his eyes are pretty worn, but I think that adds to that, very vintage old world feel. I love the color of this guy. I love the bird on him and the paint. I think he's a fun little decor piece, like coupled with some other items. I think he just is very interesting. So he's cute. Let's stick with the pottery theme for a minute. So I picked up this piece of pottery. This is that more stoneware type pottery. It does have a maker's mark. This is some little studio pottery. It's hard to see. I thought the colors of this were great, and I love the little speckles. I think it adds really nice texture, warm touch to a space. He has an ever so slight chip on the rim there, but it's so tiny. Really cute piece. I don't know if you can tell by my glistening, but it is so hot in here. Sorry if I look like a little glazed donut because I'm just dying of heat right now. All right, let's grab this piece of pottery. I stuck all these labels on. This is gonna be annoying trying to take all these off. So this one I think is quite cool. It's got like a greenish blue tint or glaze on it. It's got these little etched like carvings out of it. I think that's really cool. We have on the bottom what I believe to be Korean characters. I'm not sure what they say or which way they go. And I'm also not sure if the person that made this was Korean or they just have an affinity for Korean things, because on the side you can see that it is signed by Pauline K. And then it even has some more, I think, inscriptions on the side there, if you can see those. So cute, and again, very textured, and then the bottom is unglazed, which I love that touch. It adds such a nice like organic feel to it, which is very cool, very interesting. I picked up some boxes. I've been really looking again for boxes. This box I decided might have to stay with me. I think it's very cool. It's a big antique writing desk. I think it's the coolest things from like early 19th century. So I some of my antique stuff, I have a harder time letting it go. I'm really into antiques. But this box I think is so cute. I really actually like this a lot. It's hand painted. I think these are little peaches up here and little grapes. It does have a couple little scuffs, which really are hard to tell overall. These little brass latch, and you open it up, and inside it has like a black lacquer kind of on the inside. I think this is such a cool box, and I love the picture on top or the painting on top. Definitely a really cute decorative piece. So this is the Victorian Florentine box. It has all this gold around the outside. She's a bit worn, but again, I think that adds to that old world feel these have. The bottom is fully gold and quite reflective. And then the inside is red velvet. So I think that is just a really cool box. And there's definitely a base of people that love these Florentine pieces and Florentine boxes. So I think that this will do well, but I think he is just so cool. I always wish I could find one of these boxes that still had the key with it, but that seems like a tall ask for thrift store items or garage sale items or anything like that. This old stuff, key is the first thing to go. So next I have this really cute, I love ashtrays. I always am on the lookout for cool ones. This one's kind of basic, but I love the amber colored glass. Like when I pick up glass like this, I think it's such a cool piece. Especially in like when you think of like a smoke room or a cigar lounge or anything, I think of these kinds of colors. So I really like these. So it's just amber glass. This is made in France. Just really simple, cool little ashtray. Let's see. We did that. So this I've looked up and I think I have figured that it is, I believe, Grant Art Glass, which they do a lot of this feathering. So this is a hand-blown piece. It does have a punt mark on the bottom. Oftentimes they look like a chip, but it is a punt mark. So that's where they break it off the pole that they're blowing it on, which is called a punt. So this has all this really cool stretched like gold and almost rose goldy poles that are made to essentially look like big feathers. They almost look like big peacock type shaped feathers. Really cool piece. I'm not usually as into glass pieces, but it is very cool, and I do like some art glass that I find. I just thought that this was a very interesting piece for that crowd. Yeah, very cool. I do like the feather type pattern, so figured I'd pick that up. Next up, ooh, you know what time it is? Time for one of my favorite items. I have some more ironwood. This is a really cool one. I love bird decorated anything. Like I have a giant bird picture on my bookshelf over here. Like bird stuff is always so cool. So I have a big ironwood bird here. He's quite tall. I think he's about 8 inches tall. He's on this base. I mean, again, these speak for themselves. I love this guy. He's so pretty. It's probably not great against the exact same color bookshelf I have. But look at the detail on this. I just love the way the ironwood, like it's so rich and the way the veining moves throughout it, and it's always so shiny. The base is a little more matte on this one, and then the bird is shiny to kind of separate the two. I think it's a really cool piece. Love that guy. And you may be able to hear kids outside. My kids are all playing in the yard. So sorry if you can hear tiny little voices. So I picked up this piece. It's clearly a very, it looks like some Asian inspired art. It doesn't, I don't know where it was made or anything, but it's a little ceramic dish, kind of like a ring dish or a soap dish, whatever you'd want to use it for. It has, again, a ever so slight chip right on the edge there. But I just thought this was so cute, and it's a little hand painted. It's like navy blue and a little frog. I just thought this was so cute. So I figured I'd pick it up because I think it was like $3. So Figured I'd grab this guy. Oh, this is a really cool piece. So I'm just going to leave my label on this one. So this is a bifold of a Korean silk. It's kind of like a silk needlepoint, but it's not exactly needlepoint. I forget what it's called. I think it's called jasu in Korean, but they do these beautiful little photos and there's silk and thread. I think they're so pretty. And this is a little bifold moment. So these are together. The edging of this one has this cool decorative metal on the corners. I just think these are really pretty. Look at the colors. I think that's such a cool picture. I love the like textile art. So like needle points, crewel, especially this stuff though. I love the use of silk and how bright the colors are. Very pretty. Let's move into a little farmhouse vibes. So I picked this guy up. I could not leave him. I don't know why. I thought he was so cute. He's very handmade looking, but he's just a little cow hanger. I don't know what it's made out of. It's got like a paper mache almost with like clay on it though, because it's pretty light, but it has a hard outer shell. But I mean, come on. I think he'd be cute in like a little kitchen or something. Look how cute he is. Just little whoop in a little kitchen or something. How cute is that? Don't ask. Some things I just don't know. On that same theme, again, very cute piece for a kitchen. A little kitschy, but like in a cute way. Because again, this is another hand painted piece, which I love. So it's this wood board, and it has all these vegetables hand painted on there. How cute is that? I think this is so pretty. Look, this is even a dandelion at the end because those are edible. You can put them in salads and stuff. So how fun is that? And it is signed, right? Whoop, someone's initials down here in the corner. And it has a little wire hanger on the back. How cute is that? So cute for a kitchen. I think that's so pretty. So this is an interesting piece. I really like how like old and rustic it is. So this, let me try to fix these little fins here. This is a candle holder, little candle votive. So he's just a really aged metal fish. And then if you turn him to this side, you got this little compartment here. And it opens up to put a little tea light, or you can put a little electric tea light in there if you're worried about flames. And then shut it. It's got a little hook, and then he glows, and he's on this chain. I don't know why. I definitely have a certain style as far as like how I decorate or things I'm drawn to, but I also love just random cool items. Like I love pieces that can like stick out amongst like a beautifully decorated space, and then you have these items that are like add the character and depth to a space where you're like, what is that? I think it's fun, but like look how cute this guy is. I just think he's fun. Oh, I got one of these hand painted trays today. I think these flowers on these are so beautiful. Ooh, it's upside down. This one is signed here. Now this one is a little worse for the wear as far as it does have some chipping. You can see some in here and on the edge, and the back is really where it's at. So I don't know if this is something that I should paint. Like, should I fix the back of this, or would you buy it like this? I don't know. I mean, the bottom makes sense because I mean it's going to scratch up on stuff. It's being set on a million surfaces, but for the most part, the whole centerpiece and the sides are still in really great shape. Like nothing has affected the picture itself. I think this is so pretty. I love all the hand painted things. These are pretty crusty. These are probably the dirtiest thing that I've picked up. And I don't generally pick up silver, but I just loved the shape of this little set, the giant shells. I thought you could use these for so many things, and I think they're beautiful. So we will see how well I'm able to clean these up. Obviously, I have to wash, and these are something I'm going to shine. And we're going to see how well that does, because they are like actual dirt and dust on these. I don't know if these came out of an old crusty barn or what. But I think they are beautiful. Look at how large this is. Very pretty. And this one is It is silver plated. I can't really read what the mark is. It does have a mark on it, a maker's mark. But how cool are these? It's just a little set. Love these. So if these get nice and shined up, then they'll be listed. If you don't see them, then I probably wasn't able to get them appropriately cleaned. This is a very interesting piece that I picked up. It's very much kind of a brutalist style candle holder. So what's cool about this is it's full of these little hinges on every piece. So you can manipulate its shape in like a million, it's hard to show you, but like a million different ways. You can fold it all the way up. You can fold some out and some in. I mean, it moves all over like a snake. So you can fold it up in like 100 different ways. And how cool is that? It's very like rustic, brutalist type design. So you definitely would have to be into that. But I thought it was very cool. I haven't seen a candle holder like that before. So I figured I'd pick it up. So this guy I've had for a bit. I keep forgetting to show him on here. So he is a obviously wood decorative mask. Very cool. He's got a little hanger on him. The colors and everything are still so bright on this. I've seen some of these posted online, and most of the ones I've seen are very faded and kind of sad looking. He is like in such good condition. I don't know if he was just kept out of the sun or where those other ones were, but the colors and everything on him are still so bright and vibrant. I think he's so pretty. And I love that even the backside is decorated. They didn't just ignore it. How cool is that? Very cool piece on a wall. Really love that guy. Last couple things, I do have a few lamps. I don't always pick up lamps. I'm very drawn to lamps. Like I'll tell you, like I often see lamps I like. But I only need so many lamps in my own home, and lamps are not an easy thing to ship when you're selling stuff online. So if I do pick one up, it's going to be smaller and it's going to be special. So I'm going to plug these in here so you can see them on. Let me get this one plugged in. This is a vintage abalone shell. So an abalone is like an extremely large clam. So these are real shells. And then this is a real shell, this boat in the middle, and they made a lamp out of it. So if you see, it still has that very reflective part of the shell in there. How beautiful is that? It's very fun. This is a very odd, interesting piece, but it's that thing where I feel like in a room, you just want to be like, what is that? Especially for like a little nightlight. This is more of a nightlight type lamp. Let's see if the light goes on in here. So I actually, the guy I picked this up from, it's the same person, if you watch my other videos, the same person I found this little squirrel bowl at. So really big garage sale, tons of stuff. You really had to dig. They had like a million items. So I found this, and the cord was so damaged and just falling apart. It clearly did not work. And I was telling him like, oh, it's too bad this doesn't work. Like, I think this is such a cool, like sculptural, odd little lamp. And he's like, well, you know, he's an old man who like likes to tinker with things. And he's like, well, maybe I could fix it. So he goes and takes apart some other old lamp and takes this apart and rewires it for me. And yeah, just did it all for me right there. I was like, wow, you are amazing. It's like so kind of him. But anyway, moment of truth. Okay, the lighting, obviously, it's daytime, but how cute is that? I mean, cute, it maybe isn't the right word, but it's cool. It's very cool and unique. And the fact that like these are giant abalone shells are just, it fascinates me. Okay. So that's this one. It's got like the holes in it. You see that? Piece goes to the outside. Very cool piece. I think this is so fun. As you know, again, if you've watched my other videos, I keep finding golf stuff, which I'm drawn to it. I don't know what it is. I just think it's such a fun like aesthetic. But look at this guy. So this is a mid-century piece. So this is the original shade. It's in pretty good condition for ones that I have looked up online. This one does have a bit of damage right here. It looks like somebody tried to use a Sharpie to color over a couple little white spots because it's shinier than the actual black is. But this is a little more of like a puncture. But overall, like, and it's more in the back. So overall, like, this is a really good quality or good condition shade. Cause like old lamps, like the shade is the first thing to go. But look at this guy. How cool is that? He's like a bronze golfer. And then the inside, as you can see, of the shade is this reflective gold. Something like this, you definitely could keep it like this, but I think it would be cool to lighten this piece up a little bit and bring in a little more warmth and texture rather than this kind of cold feeling, which is cool. But if you got like a plaid, like playing to the golf theme and got like a plaid, what is it called, lampshade on here, or just something to bring in a little texture and warmth to like the hard metal surface of this, I think it would be so cool and so cool for like a guy's office or a man cave or something. I don't know. Or even just in your living room if you're into this kind of style. But I think he's so cool. I love this. So this I'm willing to ship because it's not too big. I think I can take the top off safely and ship it together. And it is just such a cool piece. I couldn't leave it. So let's see. Oh, I did plug it in. So let's turn this guy on and he works. So this, again, it's not good lighting to show you a lamp in, but this one does have 2 or 3, I think 2 settings. So there's a brighter one, this dim, and it also goes brighter. How cool is that? So it's got 2 light bulbs up in there. I think that is my whole haul for today. As you know, if you saw anything here you liked, you can check me out on Etsy. You can shop all this stuff on Etsy. It should all be listed. You can also find me on TikTok. What are the other ones? Instagram, you know, all the socials. But I hope you enjoyed my video today, and I hope you join me next time for my next vintage haul.